Does your school use Moodle as their learning management system, but you're struggling to log in or access notes that your lecturer or teacher has uploaded into Moodle? You don't have to worry, because in this video I am going to take you step by step on how to log into Moodle and how to access your note, and how you can also answer your practical questions, such as practical tests and exams. So let me share my screen and we are going to do this together. So make sure you have your laptop with you, or your cell phone if you do not have a laptop, and then you can be doing the same thing while following what I am doing as well. So the first thing that you have to do, you have to open your browser, any browser that you have on your cell phone or on your laptop. And the second thing that you are going to do, you have to type Moodle and your school, or your school Moodle link, right? And then your school Moodle link is going to open like this. So on my side we have two Moodle systems, so I'm going to log into the one that we are going to use for the sake of this video. So the second thing that you are going to do to log into Moodle, you have to remember your username and your password. So once you are on this home page of Moodle login, you're going to put your username, and then secondly you are going to put your password. Once you have put your password, you're going to select login, and if you have forgotten your password, you can select lost password, and your admin, the admin in your school, is going to reset a new password for you. But if you remember all your login details, just press login, and your Moodle is going to and you are going to log into Moodle to access your learning resources that have been already uploaded. So the second thing, we are on a home page of Moodle. So you have successfully logged into Moodle. So what do you see on the dashboard? You're going to see the home page, the dashboard, my courses, site administration, search module, and resources. So what is on this menu? This is called a menu. So you are going to press the dashboard. Let's see what is on the dashboard. So on the dashboard, we are going to access all the courses that we recently accessed. If you have been logging into Moodle, the courses that you have accessed are going to show here. And if you scroll a bit down, you are going to see a calendar. So this is where you're going to see whatever task that has been scheduled for you, either for your class or any other meetings that you have been placed into. So the second thing here, we want to check the courses. Select my courses for you to be able to access all the courses that you have. And on these courses, you're going to see course overview. What does course overview mean? It means that all the courses that you have been enrolled into. So when you register at school, at university, or at the college, they are going to invite you in a Moodle class. Moodle class, it means that it's the class that you have registered for, and all the courses of that qualification that you are doing are going to show here in my courses. So these are the courses that you have registered for. In case you see a missing course, what you can do, you can go and talk to your lecturer of that course and tell them that your Moodle course, your course is not showing on Moodle. Or if your lecturer does not help, you can just go to your IT faculty or the system administrator to be able to put that course into your Moodle account, right? So once you have seen the numbers of courses that you have enrolled into, so what do you do next? You go to the course, right? To access your learning materials, you have to select the course, and this is the courses that your lecturer has uploaded. So you're going to see your study notes, you're going to see your prescribed book list, you are going to see the study guide, you're going to see the learning outcomes, right? So how do you access all these materials? So first you're going to select the study note that is there, right? Whatever learning materials that has been placed in PDF format, once you click the link, once you press the PDF link, is going actually to open in a PDF format. And what you can do, you can press download or you can press save, and you're going to say save, and you save that study note or that material into your computer. And you can see I have just downloaded this study note, right? So that is for the PDF document. Once you press it, it opens in a browser and you can be able to save it into your laptop, right? Secondly, what you can do, like you're going to access the PowerPoint presentations, you're going to access the test, you are going to access the practical activities that your lecturer or your teacher has uploaded. So you're going to select that section or lesson, and then once you have selected that lesson, what are you going to see? First, you are going to come into all the information that has been uploaded. In this case, once I place lesson number 1, I come into the video that has been uploaded as additional information. What I can do, I can press.
Well, stick around because today we're diving into the software development lifecycle, or SDLC for short. And trust me, by the end of today,
right, once you have completed watching that video, you can press next, right? Once you press next, it's going to take you to class presentation. This is where your lecturer has uploaded your class presentation. You can see the PowerPoint version is going to open in another browser, or is going to download automatically. So here you can see the lecturer has uploaded the class presentation and the PDF version of that power presentation. As I told you, with a PDF link, once you press it, it opens directly in the browser. However, with the PowerPoint presentation, it opens the PowerPoint, or it download it automatically. So once you have downloaded that, you can go now and start reading out of Moodle, whether you have internet connections or not. And now you can see this is an activity where the lecturer has uploaded an activity to do. So how do you have to answer this? You're going to write, right, according to your questions. You can start writing, like question number 1, you just write 1 and then you start replying to the questions that are there. Once you're done, you do number 2, number 3 up to number 10. Once you have done, you can now submit your answers. Just let me say, in case you do not know the answer and you do not want to answer the question right now or in the answer text box, what you can also do, you can copy these questions. Once you copy these questions, you right click on your mouse and copy. You open a Word document, right? You open a Word document and you are going to open a blank document and paste your questions there. So once you have placed your questions there, now you can actually start answering question one by one. Once you have done, what you can do, you can go and select file and save this document in your computer. and name it your name, and then maybe question one, right, and save. So once you have done answering all the questions necessary, either is one question or two questions or any activities that you have been given by your lecturer, now you can come here, you can see insert. On this menu here, you can select insert, and you are going to insert a file, right? You are going to insert a file. So what are we going to do? We are going to select insert, right, and choose link. Once you have chosen link, just write your name there as your name and the question number, right? Question number. And then in your browser, you are going to choose file. When you choose file, now you go where you save that document and select that document, open it and upload this file. So once you have uploaded that file, your file is successfully uploaded in Moodle, and you are going to select submit, right? Once you have submitted, and you can see saying lesson is currently being previewed, right, and you are going to move into the next question. So the next question, you can decide to answer all the answer in the text box, or you can decide to insert again the document that you have saved. Maybe let's say question 2, and select in your browser, choose file, upload file, and whatever file that you have used, and then you upload it there. It's going to upload directly here and submit. So once you have done all the submission, and then you are done with your assignment, right? So that is actually chapter 1. So to access your lessons, you are going to go chapter by chapter, if that is how your courses have been classified on Moodle. And then once you are done, you can go to the next chapter. So you can see the way this qualification has been structured. It is structured based on chapter. Unit 1 means chapter 1, unit 2 means chapter 2, and then it has subunit, right? And each subunit, it contains a video. Which has additional information based on that chapter, and once you press next, you can see study notes that you can fully access, right? So once you can fully access all this study note, open the subsection, you access your video, and then you are going to access your PowerPoint presentations. Once you have pressed PowerPoint presentation downloaded into your computer or into your cell phone, you press next, and you are going to come into activities. These activities you are able to answer. It can either be multiple MCQ questions, like multiple choice questions, where you see the questions and select the correct answer and submit. So once you have selected the correct answer, it will go into the next question until all the questions are done, and then you can complete your activity, right? So once you have completed reading your notes, you have completed your class activities, you have completed, and you are really done, and now it comes a time for test. Once you have a test that is scheduled on Moodle, or an exam that is scheduled on Moodle, how do you answer the questions? First of all, is an exam day or is a test day, your lecturer is going to give you a password for that test, right? For you to be able to access a test, you will need a password. So on this test, there is no password that has been assigned as yet, because I am using it to record this video specifically, right? So you're going to read your exam or your test instructions. Make sure you understand the instructions before you move on. This is going to be a 3 hours exam, and the marks is out of 100, right? And make sure this is like the estimated time that you should spend on each question. Once you are ready, you can just start. You can see that I have previewed this exam already, right? As I have previewed this exam already, you're going to log into a test. Once you have logged into Moodle test or a Moodle exam, you're going to see how many questions are in here in Moodle, right? So what I'm currently saying, make sure you take notes of the questions that are already make sure you take note of the questions that are there for your test or for your exam, and then you select a question that you want to answer. So I like it when it shows like this, guys, because it does not actually limit you in answering one by one in a complete order. So make sure you see what is happening here, read the question, and see the marks that are being allocated for this question. Each and every MCQ question here is 1 mark. So once you have selected the correct answer, you can move on into the next question. And once you have done this one question, what happens, you can press next to go to the next page, right? The next page you can see is short questions, right? Short questions, these are like short questions that are being answered in a essay type of questions. Read the questions clearly, make sure you understand the question, and then you will start answering into this text box. Once you have answered into this text box, and you can go next page, right? Make sure you have answered all the questions that were on that page in order to press next, right? And once you have done answering all the questions that have been given to you, read the question clearly, check the marks that are allocated for each question, answer with your thoughts or the correct answers, and submit. Finish attempt. So once you have clicked the finish attempt, it means that you are sure that you have completed your test, you are sure that you have completed your exam, and then it will ask you, are you sure you want to submit? And then you will say yes, right? Once you have submitted, your exam or your test will be completely submitted to your lecturer, right? So I am sure that you have learned a lot. If you are here, guys, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe on this channel if you haven't subscribed as yet, so that YouTube will be able to push this video to students who really want to learn how to use Moodle to access their learning materials and to be able to access their tests and exams online. Thank you and ciao.